Well, good evening and thanks for joining us here on News 20 on GTN. I'm Randy Gardner. We've got a great show for you tonight. Joining me to my right, we have Val Joyner, the PR manager for St. Louis Crisis Nursery. Glad you could join us tonight. We appreciate it.
Having us.
And to your right, we have, I should say, the one, the only. He shows up everywhere. Coach John Parker from the PR firm Parker Public Relations. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Of course, always glad to be here.
All right.
Feels like old home week. You know?
I know you want to talk sports right now.
No, it's been a while since we've been on the set, man. So.
All right. Val, let's talk about the Crisis Nursery. For people who don't know what it is, what it stands for here in the community, tell us a little about it.
Well, St. Louis Crisis Nursery, we've actually been around for 28 years. And what we do is provide short-term care for children who are at risk of abuse or neglect. Children come to us because their parents are overwhelmed, or maybe they're just faced with an emergency or a crisis from a health issue, a financial issue, or just simply depressed, overwhelmed, whatever the case. We're available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to help those families in need.
What would you say to somebody out there? Because I think a lot of people have a perspective that they stereotype somebody who would come to the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. But these are things that happen to your neighbor, to your family. It can really happen to anybody at any time.
Absolutely. I think the most important thing to know is that there is no stigma associated with coming to the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. It is a safe place to come. You know, we are non-judgmental. The care that we offer to families and children are absolutely free. It's quality care, and it's a safe place for children to come. So if you are a parent in need of help, understand that it's okay to be in need of help. And you're very brave to ask for help. Just call us at 314-768-3201, and we're going to get you the help that you need, and we're going to make sure that your children are safe and that they return to you in a very safe and sound way.
And we're going to hear from the CEO, Diane, a little bit later here in the show with some very powerful words and statements about some of the stories that have happened through the year at the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. But if you had one thing to say about, I don't want to say how enjoyable, but how passionate you and everybody who's involved with the Crisis Nursery are about the children and the families in the St. Louis area, what would you have to say?
I would say that we are change agents. We are change agents in the lives of the families that we impact. We are change agents in the futures of the children that we impact. For the simple fact that when children and families, they come to the Crisis Nursery, they know that it is the start of a new beginning for them. Whatever the emergency or the crisis was that their family was experiencing, they know that it is going to stop when they come to the Crisis Nursery, because we are going to share the resources that we have with them. And if it's a resource that we don't have, or that it's limited for whatever reason, we're going to connect them with other community partners that will have the resources so that we can make sure that their family is strong.
And before we get to some of the events that we're here to talk about today, this is not a long-term facility. It's basically short-term for families.
It is short-term care. Most of the children who come to us, they stay between 24 and 48 hours, but we are equipped to provide care for children at a longer term. You know, we actually had a mother who came to us who suffered from breast cancer, and her children, they ended up staying for us for a longer period. It was more like a week. And again, we had the space available, and we made sure that those children were there because it was a single mother who needed, to go to her treatments, and she needed to know that her children were safe.
We'll talk much more about that in just a bit. Let's talk about some of the events, because public funding is really what keeps this operation going for the families here in the St. Louis and St. Charles County area. And that's where John comes into play. The celebrity, that's a lightly used term here with John on the set.
It's very lightly used. Between the two of us, it's very lightly used. I got involved with the Crisis Nursery a few years ago. Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. My best friend, Jim Allen, is a board member, and Ebony Shaw, as I've known since she was a very, very small child, got me involved with the Crisis Nursery, doing some events, emceeing some events, and Jim called me one day and said, "You need to be one of the waiters at Celebrity Waiter Night." And that was probably 4 or 5 years ago when we were over in the Frontenac area. And the organization has grown on me, for sure. It is a wonderful organization that does a lot in the community on the emergency basis, for sure. As Val said, there's there's that point in time sometimes where people don't know where to turn, and the Crisis Nursery is available when you are in that desperate time of need where you just need a safe place for you and your children. This facility, this organization has resources that can seriously take care of you. So it became very near and dear to me. Diane has done a wonderful job leading this organization, and they have a great staff and great volunteers out there. And with this upcoming event with Celebrity Waiters Night, it's a lot of fun. I don't serve drinks. I don't carry trays around because people will be wearing most of their food if I did that. But being able to go out for Celebrity Waiters Night, which we're going to talk about, is great, and having people listen to what exactly they're doing, the patrons who are coming on for Celebrity Waiters Night, and the restaurants that get involved. People don't realize that the waiters and waitresses that night donate their tips to the Crisis Nursery. So it becomes a really big event, and all the news folks are there. You're going to be there this year for sure.
I'm a little worried.
With your little red apron on. Yes. I can't wait to see this.
I don't want to do, I don't have to carry anything, right?
No.
That was, when you asked me, that was my biggest fear.
He should have to carry drinks or a tray or something. It's a hot food, and just spill it all over people.
I'm looking forward to it. It's, I've been involved with the Crisis Nursery for a while now. Sat down with Diane and did some very impactful interviews that really kind of not only changed my outlook on the Crisis Nursery, but my outlook on children and what you guys do. And we'll see that in just a bit. And if you can't, if you don't leave with a tear in your eye after watching that, there's something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the great things about Celebrity Waiters Night, which is actually going to be Thursday, August 7th, we want to make sure everybody comes out to West County Mall, 4 to 10 p.m. The great thing about it is that, everyone who comes, they'll get the opportunity to be seen with national and local celebrities. And you'll get, up-close access with people that you normally would not have that up-close access with. And these are people who, just like you, are very passionate about children and very passionate about their safety and their wellness. So you get to schmooze with them, take pictures with them, go to the Mall Restaurant Village with them, and just talk and learn more about Crisis Nursery and have a great time. That's the most important thing. Have a great time. And then also you get to champion your celebrity of choice, or even all the celebrities, by making a donation in the red envelope. There'll be red envelopes throughout Restaurant Village and throughout the 3 participating restaurants. Make your donation in that envelope, and then you'll write down the name of your celebrity of choice, and you want to make sure that that person becomes the celebrity of the year. So, there'll be some people who want to make sure that you, Randy, of course.
That's John. I've already seen the publicity out for him. It's all over the place.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
guarantee you that your viewers, your followers, they're going to make sure that you beat John.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your viewers, your followers, my stalkers, yes, they'll all want to beat you.
Now,
they're
besides,
going to make sure that you beat John.
Besides us two, the knuckleheads, can you name drop any big names that might be there?
Well, you know what? I can tell you this, because we're going to do a big reveal of all the celebrity names. But there will be some former NFL players there. There'll be a lot of people from the media who will be there. So, I guarantee you, just stay tuned. Visit our Facebook page at St. Louis Crisis Nursery. Follow us on Twitter at STL Crisis Kids. And then you'll see we're going to do a really big reveal soon.
Sounds good. And that's going to be the restaurants at the court there at West County Center.
Yes, at the Restaurant Village. As soon as you pull into West County Mall near, their big department stores, you'll see us right there in Restaurant Village. You'll be live entertainment. You'll see a silent auction. You'll see our raffles. You'll see food samples, drink samples, just tons of entertainment.
For the average individual who's watching out there tonight, who's sitting on the couch and hopefully enjoying the show, what do they need to do to get involved? Is it simply, do they need to make reservations, or do they simply just get in the car and come out and enjoy the evening?
You can make reservations if you want to make, if you want to have dinner. You can also come and participate in one of the 3 happy hours, and no reservations are needed for that. They can always visit us online at www.crisisnurserykids.org to find out more information about the participating restaurants and what other activities are happening and who's going to be playing for the live entertainment. Yeah, it's just very easy. It's a family-friendly event. We'll have the mascots out there. We're going to have some special guests coming in from Nickelodeon. So I guarantee you, just stop on by and have a good time, and I guarantee you'll have a great time. And it's all for a great cause. It's for the children.
John, now I know what you're doing. You're a mascot, right?
No, I will not. No, the only costume I will have will be that little red apron that I have to wear every year. And it is really a big night because there are a lot of local celebrities there, and I'm not one of them. Okay, you will be. I'm not one of them.
But he's humble.
Yeah, while the camera's on, he's humble.
Easy now. There'll be a lot of local celebrities, a lot of local politicians. There will be a ton of people out there, and you would be surprised some of the people who will be celebrity waiters and waitresses that night. I would have never thought that some of these folks would come out, but everybody has a big heart when it comes to this, and the amount of recognition that goes on that night, you would be surprised. I mean, little kids will come up to you and just want to take a picture with you, and it's just a very nice night. It's a night that humbles everybody, and we hope that everybody in the St. Louis area will come out. Restaurant Village is a great place to come out and have this. We've had it for years in Frontenac, but we're going to move it to Restaurant Village this year, and I just think that atmosphere is going to be great with live music and this group of restaurants and things like that. It's going to be a great night for them.
And you can go to the website. Everything we talk about here today on the show, if you want more information, you can go to the website to find out more.
Definitely go to crisisnurserykids.org, or again, follow us on Facebook, because you're definitely going to get up-to-date information. You'll find out, which new celebrities are going to be joining us every day. So it's just going to be an awesome opportunity.
Now, I do worry, John, you might have experienced this, but when you walk up to the table, somebody goes, well, I don't want him. I want that big celebrity over there at my table.
You know what?
That's what I'm most worried about.
Don't worry about that. Everybody is coming with the intentions of having a great time and coming with the intentions of supporting the Crisis Nursery. So if they do want to have a moment with that bigger celebrity, whoever that may be, then they could just walk right over to that bigger celebrity and have a conversation with them.
I just stalk them. I stalk them when they come in the restaurant, and I follow them to their table, and I just say, you don't want anybody else but me. Here you go.
And he does a great job. Each year John does a great job, and he earns wonderful donations for the Crisis Nursery.
I'll tell you what. John, put the camera on a close-up of John real quick. There we go. I know what he does. He says, hi, I'm Marshall Faulk.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him, Marshall Faulk. We've got some great stories about
last year we had Jackie Joyner-Kersee
join us.
Yes,
she was there. I remember that.
Aeneas Williams. And, for someone like myself walking in, you had Aeneas Williams with his tablet, and he was like, hey, help me take this selfie. And I was just like, okay, Aeneas Williams, sure, I'll help you do that. So that's just how engaged the celebrities are, and they're just fun. And, it's their night off to just support the Crisis Nursery. They're all coming to be brand ambassadors and to make sure that everyone knows that Crisis Nursery is about saving babies' lives, keeping kids safe, and building strong families. And it takes the community to do that, because each year, Crisis Nursery saves the lives of more than 7,000 children. We can't do it alone.
Earlier, we talked about myself sitting down with the CEO, Diane, and hearing some of the personal stories. Let's go ahead and take a look at that video right now, and then we'll come back and talk about it for a bit before we go to break. Let's take a look. All right, we'll just start right back up. All right. 3, 2, 1. Well, as you can see, a very impactful interview there. I mean, if you're not touched by that and want to come out and support the organization through some of the events like this, Celebrity Waiters Night, there's something wrong with you.
Right, definitely. And if you're not able to come out and support Celebrity Waiters Night, you can still make an impact by making a donation online. Again, visiting us at crisisnurserykids.org, you'll see a red gift box on the home page. Just click on that red gift box, and in the comments section, make a donation and write Celebrity Waiters Night, and then you can make an impact that way. For just as little as $10, you can help, feed a baby a bottle. There's so many ways that you can make an impact, and we appreciate everything that the community does. And then there's also the opportunity to volunteer. We need plenty of volunteers. We have a staff of about 100 full-time employees. But the nursery is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So we definitely need volunteers to help us to make sure the children are safe every day.
That'd be perfect for you, because you got 3 little boys already, and that's what you need to do, is be at the Crisis Nursery, available to them all the time, and then take your 3 down there to play with all these other kids. It'd be great.
Well, for the time that I visited the Crisis Nursery and the kids there, it is a very enjoyable experience. If you're looking at donating some time, there's nobody, just go down there and spend some time playing with the kids. That means a lot to them.
It is.
I think most of us get caught up in our daily lives and we don't see the things like this that go on while we're at work or we're at home. But this is a constant 24-hour day, as you mentioned, every day of the year situation for some families.
Absolutely. You know, one of the ways that I like to frame it is, you know, while some people are out celebrating their favorite sports team like the Cardinals, you know, there is a mother who is about to decide whether or not she wants to continue being a mother to her child or if she cannot take it anymore. You know, and at the Crisis Nursery, we're there rocking those babies whose mother probably would not have kept going. You know, while some people are out celebrating graduations or birthdays, at the Crisis Nursery, we're in the backyard, we're playing baseball with children whose parents, you know, cannot be there with them. So it really takes the community to come together to make sure that the children are safe.
And talking about that community, we're going to bring on Dawn Allen in just a second. She's a volunteer, and we're going to talk to her a bit about how she's involved in the organization, and then we're going to have you back on to wrap up the show to give all the information again about the Celebrities Waiters Night and how they can find out more information. John, I think you're going to stay around with us, huh?
Yeah, we're going to stay around for a little bit.
All right, keep that seat warm. Stay with us right back here on News 20 on GTN.
After a car accident, Linda Davis needed CPR. Bill Hamilton needed temporary shelter when a fire destroyed his home. During an operation, Haley Reynolds needed a blood transfusion.
Excuse me, may I go into that room, please?
Next year, revenue growth again will be a focus of our priority.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
And welcome back to News 20 here on GTN TV. Val, we said John was going to stay with us, but he was in the back room eating some of the food during the commercial break. So we just put him out and we brought Dawn out. Dawn Allen, who is a volunteer for the St. Louis Crisis Nursery, and you're also a manager at one of the restaurants that are going to be involved in the big event.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. If they saw the long shot, we'll talk about the food first, and then we'll get to what you do as a volunteer. But as you can see, this is some of the delicious food that you will get to try or have at the event that night. And Val, real quickly, walk through, anybody just joining us, the night of the event and what it is.
So the Celebrity Service Night is our 24th annual Celebrity Service Night, and this is our largest fundraiser of the summer. This opportunity gives, or this event, excuse me, give us the opportunity to raise big bucks to help our children. Not only will it fund our 24-hour crisis helpline, it would also help to fund the crisis care that we offer to children in the nursery, and that also helps the children to have food, clothing, diapers, formula, and all of the care that we can provide to them while they're there. The event is going to be Thursday, August 7th, from 4 to 10 p.m. at West County Center.
And 3 of the major restaurants there are going to be participating. We mentioned you're the manager, and you specialize in...
We specialize in wood-fired steaks and seafood. So, you know, one of the things you'll notice about our restaurant when you walk in is this wood-fired aroma, because we're actually using that mesquite wood to cook the food. This is the ahi tuna tartare. And so what this is a fresh ruby red tuna on the very top. It's topped over a pineapple, mango, cilantro salsa, and on the very bottom you'll see fresh avocado. The green that you see kind of around it giving that bright color is a scallion oil, and then we use sriracha to kind of give it a little bit of a spice. And then of course you have the corn tortillas. So it's a great appetizer. It's, something that's going to be hot out during this event. So you'll want something that'll kind of cool you down and be refreshing. And this is definitely one of those dishes.
And it smells so good.
It does. Now I know why John was eating in the back room and didn't come back out.
Can't get them back.
And I've got 3 kids, so if no else there's macaroni and cheese on it, I don't know what it is. But it looks fantastic. And this is only a portion of what people can come out and experience on that evening. As far as your volunteer role with the Crisis Nursery, tell us about what it means personally. I know for me, just stepping foot inside and even talking to one child or hear the stories that Val talks to us about or Diane talks to us about, I mean, it's a life-changing event.
Well, one of the things I love about being a volunteer with the Crisis Nursery is that it's really at your leisure, I should say, because, when you think of volunteering, you think, you want to commit a bunch of time to it and, how much is this going to take for my personal life? And then you have work and you have all these other things. But the Crisis Nursery does a fantastic job of making sure that it's, it's when you're available. So the Best Friends group, which is the volunteer, portion that I'm a part of, they say, come whenever you can, stay as long as you want, and just help us out, and support however you can. So for me and, my busy schedule, as a new mother and in the job, it's really, really convenient to be able to kind of pop in when I need to, but also be a support for them from the business standpoint as well. That's why it's also exciting to have, this event this year at West County Center, to be able to do something that I personally love, and bring that into the restaurant concept. So that's really neat.
And quickly, feedback from yourself and the patrons who come to the restaurants, your restaurant that evening, and experience not only the food, but the waiters and waitresses.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We're just really excited to raise money for the kids, to allow the celebrities to come in and have a great time, and to allow everyone to experience some really, really fantastic food and drink. I mean, anything you can think of, from the tuna tartare to the sliders to the grilled chicken breast, the steaks, it's all going to be wonderful.
Can't wait. I'm looking for it. Dawn, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and definitely for your volunteerism with St. Louis Crisis Nursery. It means so much. And we can't reinforce this enough. Date and time and where they can find out more information before break.
So the date of the 24th Annual Celebrity Waiters Night is Thursday, August 7th from 4 to 10 p.m. And you can visit crisisnurserykids.org for more information, or give us a call at 314-292-5770.
All right, Val, Dawn, thank you so much for your time. Stay with us. Much more next here on News 20 on GTN.
After a car accident, Linda Davis needed CPR. Bill Hamilton needed temporary shelter when a fire destroyed his home. During an operation, Haley Reynolds needed a blood transfusion.
Excuse me, may I go into that room, please?
Next year, revenue growth again will be a focus of our priorities.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
And welcome back to News 20 here on GTN. As you can see, no food. John ate it all from the last segment in the commercial break.
I like raw tuna. I like tuna tartare. I never had that before, but it's interesting.
As you can see, there's going to be some great food here at this event. Let's walk through the Celebrity Waiters Night, how people can find out more information, and the date and time and everything they need to know to get them off that couch and get them out there.
Please get off the couch. Come join us. The 24th Annual Celebrity Waiters Night will be held Thursday, August 7th at West County Center. 3 wonderful restaurants are participating in Restaurant Village. There'll be live entertainment, auctions, raffles, everything that you want to do to have a wonderful time, a family-friendly time. Please visit us at crisisnurserykids.org or give us a call at 314-292-5770, and we'll share more information with you.
Now, I know John and I are going to be out that night
Yes.
doing this event. But they're-
Competing against one another.
oh, yeah,
Yes.
competing. That's
He can't compete with me.
you know what? I will be the first one to say I cannot compete with the machine over here.
There are other machines out there at this event, though, that you would be surprised some of the people that walk in and they have their pockets lined already when they're walking in. So there'll be some big local celebrities, some national celebrities, local politicians, real estate agents. There'll be a lot of people there raising money for the Crisis Nursery. And it is a very humbling night for everybody involved who's walking around raising money, because you realize that it's not about you, it's not about your status, it's not about any of that, and you'll see people they'll just gravitate to you, and hopefully when they gravitate, they add on to their checks at the end of the night too.
Right.
So the contest itself is great, but and it's nice to win it, but the contest itself is not what this is about. It's about raising money for the Crisis Nursery. And hopefully it will be another successful night, as the last 23 have been. And we'll just keep it going. So congratulations to this lady and the organization, to Diane. They've done a wonderful job with this organization.
Yeah, so much passion, and I can tell from everybody involved in it, including yourself, just as you speak about the organization, how much of not only your time, but of your life that you put into this. It makes a big difference.
Well, we really owe it to the children when they come in. I always say every time I go into the nursery, and we have 5 nurseries in St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and St. Charles County, and Wentzville. When you go into the nursery, you're guaranteed to make a new best friend. So we owe it to the children. They keep our spirits right there.
All right, and a quick rundown here for everybody as we wrap up the show. More information.
Yes, if you are a parent in need of crisis care for your children, it doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the morning, please give us a call. The numbers are 314-768-3201. And if you're a parent in the St. Charles County, give us a call at 636-947-0600, and we will definitely make sure that you get the services that you need for your children.
Website and day of event.
Website, www.crisisnurserykids.org, and the day of the event is Thursday, August 7, 2004 at West County Center.
Sounds great. We appreciate your time. Val
Thank
Joyner,
you.
thank you so much, PR manager for the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. Thanks so much. We hope to see you out there. And John, it's going to be fun. It's going to be
great.
Maybe we could wrestle or something.
I can't wait to see you in this little red apron, okay? Wear pants, though, okay, please?
Sounds good. What a way to end the show here tonight. Thanks for joining us here on News 20 on GTN. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night.
After a car accident, Linda Davis needed CPR. Bill Hamilton needed temporary shelter when a fire destroyed his home. During an operation, Haley Reynolds needed a blood transfusion.
Excuse me, may I go into that room, please?
Next year, revenue growth again will be a focus of our priorities.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
Every one of us knows someone who has been affected by cancer. More than 1.5 million Americans will be diagnosed with cancer this year alone. Each one of them faces new challenges and decisions. I'm Patrick Dempsey, and I know firsthand how dealing with cancer can impact someone's life. My mother is a 2-time ovarian cancer survivor. Our entire family rallied together to support her. One person alone does not beat cancer. That is why I support Breakaway from Cancer, an initiative created to raise awareness about free services and programs for people affected by cancer. Breakaway from Cancer supports the services of two nonprofit organizations, the Wellness Community and the National Coalition for Cancer Survivorship, making support, education, and hope available to everyone. These organizations promote quality care and help those touched by cancer take an active role in their recovery and get them the tools they need to live well with and beyond the disease. Don't go through this alone. Visit breakawayfromcancer.com and connect to a variety of free services and programs.